All right, breaking news, just as we go to it, Mayor Karen Bass and Governor Gavin Newsom are giving an update on the 10 Freeway closure. Let's listen in.
With the extraordinary work of the men and women you see behind me, the carpenters, the laborers, teamsters, the cement masons, 30 new carpenters on site in the last 24 hours with the outstanding work of Griffith and Security Paving and their teams. They got ahead 2 days on the debris removal, allowed them to move more quickly to retrofit the structure you see behind me, and as a consequence, one thing we can guarantee you is we will be open 5 lanes in both directions at the latest Tuesday of next week. So that is a significant improvement on the basis of our original timeline, 3 to 5 weeks, and we're going to do everything in our power to see if we can move that closer, but that we don't want to overpromise. But by Tuesday next week, trucks, passenger vehicles in both directions will be moving again, and that simply is due to the extraordinary work, again, of the folks you see behind me. We've doubled what we've doubled. We've doubled the crews, we've doubled down on our efforts here. The materials and supplies have presented themselves without any hindrances or any problems. Things continue to move favorably in our direction. That is not guaranteed. We still have chemical sampling that comes in on a daily basis, but the bridge structure itself seems to be in better shape than we anticipated, and that, and I'll close, turn it over to the mayor, specifically allowed us to provide for what we refer to as bents. Half of the bents were required, quite literally half, about 14 versus 28. And as a consequence of that, it's not just the time to build those structures, but it's the opportunity and the flexibility that provides to do some jacking work. We've got these 100-ton jacks that are coming in. We had 6. We're going to go to 36 of these jacks that are going to come in and shore up these columns. So again, it's the flexibility, not just the time related to the bents that turned out to, again, be in our favor, primarily because of some of the good sampling work that came back on the bridge structure itself. And I just want, again, cannot impress upon you more, thank the 2 emergency contractors. We decided to stick with them. They've just hit the ground running, and they're proving themselves to be at the next level. They were pre-approved emergency contractors for a reason, and they are performing. So once again, to Griffin and Security Paving and their teams, all union contractors, hardworking men and women. I'll say it again. Thank you, Doug McCarron and the carpenters, another 30 folks that just came in. But as I said, the laborers down here and the teamsters and cement masons have just exceeded all of our expectation. To you and your team, we are grateful to Caltrans, Tokes, to Tony and the team. They've taken this seriously. Everybody's moved down here, moving, as we said, day one, heaven and earth. And I'll just close by thanking again our federal partners. Just left the president, and as you know well, he's in California, and it's all of government. Whatever you need, approach the Federal Highway Administration and Mitch Landrieu, now not just Secretary Buttigieg, everybody, all hands. And of course, talk about hands. You got one of the most hands-on mayors in the United States of America that's proving that she can meet any moment, and we couldn't be more proud of Mayor Bass and how she's been so direct and honest and communicative, and has been able to organize a whole-of-government approach to trying to mitigate to the best extent possible the impacts of this very difficult circumstance and situation here on the I-10. With that, your Mayor, Karen Bass.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, this is a good day in Los Angeles. And let me just say, to quote one of the Caltrans engineers, all of the stars have been aligned on behalf of Angelenos. Let me first and foremost thank Angelenos for paying attention to what we were saying, staying informed, using public transportation, telecommuting if you can, and staying on the freeways and off the surface streets, and staying peaceful. The last few days have been difficult, but everybody has cooperated, and I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let me just say, it's because of leadership and leadership coming together The governor, just think for a minute, he has come back and forth to LA while participating in one of the most significant international conferences that we've seen in our country, managing the world, but being here for Angelenos. It's the kind of leadership that we have needed in this state to make sure that those stars are aligned. And then our federal partners, from the White House with Secretary Buttigieg calling right away. The Vice President, I spoke to Vice President Harris last night. They made sure that we had the resources, delivering several $1 million just yesterday to Caltrans, and saying that everybody understands the significance of these highways in this city. So what a gift for Los Angeles to have right before a holiday, to know that your commute will be better. I also want to thank the workforce, all of the folks that have been here, from the carpenters to the teamsters to the laborers, security paving, Griffin, their experience from 1994, being there when we needed them. Everybody has been understanding the significance of this. And again, I want to thank the governor. I know he left the conference to come here and will be going right back, but really appreciate his leadership and the leadership of Caltrans and our Secretary of Transportation and everybody that locked arms, as we say in Los Angeles, and are getting the job done. Thank you.
Mayor, where do we stand on the arson investigation?
One quick second, if we can just finish up with Caltrans, and we'll talk about that.
Hi, good evening. I'm Gloria Roberts, District 7 Director for Caltrans. I would like to start off by echoing the governor and the mayor's sentiments for the great thanks and appreciation that we have for Griffith Company and Security Paving and all their laborers who have been working around the clock to make this happen. Secondly, I want to thank Angelenos for their patience. Just a few more days of following the detours, so we continue to urge that everybody exercise patience and caution as we continue to follow the detours. But lastly, my heartfelt thanks goes to Caltrans District 7 and the Caltrans
All right,
team from
you've been listening to well, a lot of kudos back and forth there between Mayor. We're listening to a spokesman from Caltrans right now, but Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom, and the big takeaway here that sooner than expected, 5 lanes in both directions of the 10 freeway are expected to open by Tuesday of next week, 2 days before Thanksgiving. And of course, we had heard just a couple of days ago that it would probably take 3 to 5 weeks. But now it should be open on this Tuesday.
Yeah, certainly some good news there. And they talked about how they doubled down on crews and materials and supplies. And they also talked about the emergency contractors, the teamsters, and the laborers all stepping up the work to make that 3 to 5 weeks go all the way down to this Tuesday, right before Thanksgiving. Once again, those 5 lanes open in both directions. Certainly good news to hear after hearing 3 to 5 weeks.
And even more good news, I guess the bridge had a lot to do with that. The bridge structure was better than anticipated. So there's a headline for you. 5 lanes open, both directions, come Tuesday.